a podcast underground. Cheap mics buzzing, webcams blurry. Put it out there, no need to worry. Fine K66.9 is no joke. Audio so rough, makes your ears choke. But they keep talking, voices ain't broke. Budget keeps microphones stroke. We ain't got cash, just passion blast. Audio crash. Rock this podcast. Crack the podcast. Crackling audio, background invite. Authentic sound in the dead of the night. Listeners tune in, nothing's ever tried. Raw and pretty, not pristine or light.
Good evening. Welcome to Budget Podcasting with myself, Clay, and
I'm Kevin.
that's it. Tonight we're going to talk about chairs and confidence through repetition.
Yes.
So that's what's on the menu.
The menu, just open it up in order.
What's on the menu?
I want to talk about chairs for a minute because through my podcasting career, I have went through many a chair to which I did not like. I don't know if you've went through the same thing. And I feel if you need to be comfortable in front of camera on microphone, you need to feel comfortable where you're sitting as well, because just you need to be comfortable. And especially if you're going to sit here and talk and edit and all the things that come along with podcasting, you need to be comfortable so you're just not wore out.
Yes, and I'm going through that right now as I speak.
That's right. We didn't even actually plan this, but I
No.
believe you got yourself a brand new chair today. What's up, Mr.
I
Crispy?
did. How we doing, Mr. Crispers? Yeah, I did. I've been wanting to get one ever since I got a room, because when I was in my little kitchen corner, my cat she personalized my seat.
Custom.
Yeah, it was customized by Allie, and the whole backrest and the bottom was like a pin cushion. She just tore it all up. And it wasn't even that old. Like, I hadn't even had that chair very long, and she did that to it. So ever since I moved up here, I was like, I'm going to get a chair now because I've got a door and I can shut the stupid cats out.
Yeah, it was time. It was time to get yourself a new chair. But I went through everything from like kitchen chairs. Like, I've brought kitchen chairs and set it, and those are the most uncomfortable things to sit in to do a podcast.
Can't even imagine.
I've went through standard office chairs, which can be okay. I prefer, and actually even in my office now, I prefer a gaming chair. I just feel like they're way more comfortable than an office chair. I feel like I can move around a little bit better in it.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. For that to prevent your new chair from having similar, they have a spray that keeps the cats away from it. And anti-scratch.
Huh.
Oh,
I
that'd
did
be
not
pretty
know
cool.
this.
That'd be cool. How's up, Lonnie?
How we doing, Lonnie?
Lonnie, get your ass away from there.
What? Inside? Is that an inside joke?
It is. It
Okay.
is. We say it on the mod squad when Lonnie. It's from Halloween. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I have I have a suggestion for a budget type of chair if you want to start a podcast where you feel comfortable, and I have one you want to stay away from. The one that
Ooh,
I
nice.
want to stay away from is this like super cheap one from
Okay.
Walmart.
That is
The
almost identical to what I just bought. But it was from Staples and it was that Emerge brand.
yeah,
I
they
loved everything except for those sides. You see those sides on the seat part?
yeah.
Oh, that hurts so bad.
And usually when they're this cheap, they're kind of thinner. So they're not big made for rotund people like yourself and I.
Yeah.
So getting something like what's that cut of the jib? Shalom, shalom, my dude. Yeah, that you want yourself to have something where you feel comfortable. You're not squished in the back. You can lean back and just relax, chill,
Mm-hmm.
have a headrest. Some of them even come with lumbar support, things like that. And like I would definitely stay away from something like this because in 3 months the padding on this thing is going to be worn out and beat down and smushed to where it may be comfortable now, but it will not be comfortable in the future.
Right.
So that is one of my ones I want to stay away from. Something like that from like Walmart or something like that. Now you can get this one. This is what I would recommend because I actually have two of these. I have one in my office and I'm in one right now. These are called Downix. These are the budget type gaming chairs. They are super comfortable. As you can see, it has lumbar support. It has a little
Like
head
a neck
pillow.
pillow, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I will say if some people may not like the armrests on these because they're not adjustable, I actually prefer. Well, I wouldn't say I prefer them. I actually like them because they are comfortable.
They got
They are,
thick padding on them.
yeah, very thick padding.
Yeah.
And it has a little leg rest there too, to where you can put it out and you can stretch out and take a nap if you'd like. So that's like, and I've done that. I have done that. So yeah, these are super comfortable and they're not that much more expensive than one of the ones you would get at Walmart, especially right
Mm-mm.
now when they're on sale like this for
That's cheaper.
135.
That's
Yeah,
cheaper than the one that I was describing to you earlier that I bought. Yes. Well, I bought it. I took it back the next day, and now I have this one. This one's nice. I don't mind this one, but again, I wanted something like that, and
right.
I wish I had seen that beforehand.
They have pivots in them, Mr. Crispy, but it's for when you put the back down to where you can lay almost flat. It's so the armrest will move with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Show me,
do.
Kev.
What did you say?
Show
Put some
Put some
pants
pants
on.
on and show your chair. I have pants. Oh, I have shorts on. So
Shorts. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I really enjoy these chairs, and the seating itself on that specific model is not the foam. It's not just foam. It actually has springs in it as well, to where it's not gonna lose that
It's cushion.
yeah, that
Yeah.
cushion. It's gonna
It's
be
bounce.
comfortable. It's gonna be comfortable for years to come. And yes, I do have chicken legs.
Oh yeah. So do I, dude. I live in New England. I got tan arms and a tan face, and everything else is white.
I'm barely tan.
Yeah.
I'm light tan. I'm lightly
I
toasted.
when I lived in Florida, I was like dark. My grandmother is Mexican
Mm.
Indian, so I've got that pigment. And whenever I'm in the sun, I mean, that's pretty dark compared to what
Yeah,
you just showed. You know what I mean? And this is in New England.
dude. I work from home. I don't leave the house, man. I really don't. I'm podcasting most days. So yeah, I when I do my day job and then I come in here at night, I don't leave the house.
I forgot to mention in the beginning of this that we're also talking about tanning and like tips and tricks for tanning.
Well, you got to look good on camera too,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah.
don't want to be a ghost on camera.
No, crank up the saturation a little.
Yeah.
Then
I like that.
We'll look orange.
I've looked orange before. I've
Yeah.
looked orange before. Yeah, I've definitely had some saturation issues. But yeah, the, a good chair so you're comfortable in front of camera and on microphone will also help with your confidence going forward because you're not going to be fidgeting because you're uncomfortable. You're going to be comfortable in the chair you're in so you're comfortable on camera as well.
You know what's funny is it's like you're talking to me right now because as much
You
as I
look
like this,
fidgety, dude.
as
You look
much as
real
I like
fidgety.
this, because so I was telling Kevin earlier, I live in New England, and a lot of the houses up here are really old. This house that we're living in, it's a duplex. It's a duplex with an addition on the back, but it was built in the 1800s, and it was built for the mill that's across the street.
Mm-hmm.
This was like mill housing, and the floors, the whole house is moving. If you look around at the walls, you can see things bowing and twisting, and my floor is like a salad bowl. It's a bowl. And this where I'm at is like I'm facing uphill. And it now this new chair, the wheels are moving nice and easy and it keeps wanting to roll away. So
You need
I,
to
I gotta
put
like
some stoppers on them.
grip the floor with my toes, so I don't go
So you
shooting
don't move
back.
away. Yeah. We have a question. Crispy is both the 6657A, which I believe is that the one here? No, no, the one in my office is actually that model. The one I'm in here is actually a slightly bit smaller, but just as comfortable. The 665A is what I have in my office.
Is that a bigger, like wider?
It's a little wider. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little wider than this one. This one was actually my wife's, and she loved this chair, but she wanted one of those um, crisscross chairs to where you can cross your legs while sitting in the chair, like sit Indian style. So she ordered one of those, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna take this and put it in the office then.
There you go.
Yeah, because it's definitely more comfortable than the one I had that was already in here.
I want to say hi to Joe. What's up, Joe?
What
Know you,
is
Joe.
up, Joe?
We're talking about chairs. We're talking about chairs, and then we're gonna transition into confidence. Let's see.
Well, it's an easy transition because, like, once you're sitting here and you're comfortable and you're confident, because you're comfortable, you're going to emote that on camera. You will emote that on camera.
Mr. Crisper said they have a really nice pink one that I can get, and I can roll backwards in style.
They have ones that have like cat ears on top of the
Oh, good
head.
Lord, really?
Yeah, they do.
Cat
They
ears.
do. But
That's funny.
I will say that these are really comfortable chairs. I'm really glad I found this brand. I did a lot of research before I actually bought a chair because the ones I had were they were the like Walmart brand, and they lasted. I mean, we wore them out. We overstayed their welcome. They were uncomfortable after about 3 months, but since we had just bought them, we stayed with them.
Oh, that's really short. So these that I have, I get at Staples,
Mm-hmm.
and the first one, it's still a comfortable chair. It just looks like garbage because the cat clawed it all up. It's that brand Emerge.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super fancy like what you got, but they're $100, $130, and you get a decent chair that, like I said, my other one, I've had it for like 2 or 3 years, and it's fine. It just looks like garbage because of the cat. If it hadn't been for the cat, I'd still be using the chair. It's
Right.
in my daughter's room.
Well, like I said, you can find. I'm sure that that some of these models that are in these box stores are really great, but like the one I showed from Walmart, stay away from that some gun for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm
Uh,
leaning towards the chair that you just showed me because that looks comfortable, and
oh,
that's
dude.
cheaper. That's cheaper than not than this one. This one was
Hmm.
only like 109, but this one's got really nice, comfortable, movable armrests.
Yeah, like I said, that's the one drawback if you need that. That this one does not have is the movable armrest. You can't adjust the height or anything like that, but they are super comfortable. And for me, it's like at the right level for my desk.
Yeah.
So that is also things you have to take into consideration when buying a chair. You don't want
Mhm.
one that when you sit in it, it's going to be too low for your desk to where you're reaching up and stuff like that.
Right. I'm in a weird, awkward position because of the room, how the floor slants, like I told you. My desk, where it meets me, is probably 2 to 3 inches higher than a normal desk
Hmm.
because I have it shimmed. Because if I don't shim it, everything just falls off the desk. That's it, dude. That's how
I believe it. No, I believe it.
that's
Yeah.
how bad it is.
You probably should get like I don't know, maybe a bathroom carpet, just something to put in there underneath your chair so it don't roll.
Well, I'm on carpet, but it's like really cheap, thin carpet,
Mm.
so I can roll away easy. Yeah, I could pick up a rug of some sort.
Let's see. Know Your Joe says Staples Dexley Mesh 179. Did a lot of research on this a while back. I mean, every chair is going to be different for everybody because
Mhm.
not everybody's needs are the same. I was just giving a suggestion. I don't know if you saw Know Your Joe, but this one was the one I suggested. The Downex Series LS 667A. It comes in many different colors. I really like the brown and yellow look on that one. That's basically what mine looks like in my office. This one is black. I don't remember the model number that this one is, but it's the same company.
Yeah, Downix.
Yeah. All right. And confidence.
But
You want
even
to lead?
what Joe's talking about, 179. I mean, if it's a comfortable chair, to
Mm-hmm.
me that's budget. Because if you've ever really started pricing out chairs,
Oh, they're expensive. I think
yeah,
anything 200 and under is budget
yeah,
for a gaming chair because when you're reaching 600, then you're talking like Secret Labs and stuff like that, to where you're paying a lot of money for a chair.
yeah,
This chair was highly rated and relative inexpensive compared to the Herman Miller high dollar model. Yeah. Yeah. It's model 6650
six,
for
yeah.
the 89 on Amazon. Oh, there you go, CRISPR.
See,
CRISPR's
that's not
doing the
bad.
research for us. I
Yeah,
like it.
that's a good price too, right there.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a relatively comfortable chair, $89. I mean, see, I went in telling myself I wanted to spend a little bit more because I wanted a comfortable chair,
Mm-hmm.
and then the chair that I bought wasn't comfortable.
I I've I when I buy something like that, I really watch a lot of YouTube videos and reviews on things like that because I want to be comfortable.
Yeah,
When I'm buying something that is for my comfortness, like furniture, I'll do research on chairs, gaming chairs, and stuff like that. I will definitely do research on because I need to feel comfortable while I'm using it, or else I'm not
yeah.
going to want to sit in it. Let's see.
So go ahead.
CRISPR's. I have an extension on his browser called Fake Spot. It searches reviews, tells you how many Amazon edited and how many are AI generated, so you can know if the reviews are true, and then give a grade A to F. I've I've s- I look at Amazon, but I don't give Amazon a lot of sway when it comes to reviews because they could be AI
Yeah,
generated. I like to do I like the YouTube reviews. I like to watch YouTube reviews. A, because I'm on YouTube a lot anyway, and then B, because I
I've got
feel
my
like I
chair
can trust
pulled
that.
up just so you know.
Yeah. Bring it up.
So I'll bring that in real quick just to show them. And I did not pay this price. Mine was like clearance for some reason. Um, what am I? Let's see. Oh, no, I want this one. Um, Mine ended up being. Oops, what happened?
Oop, there it goes.
There it is, right there. So mine ended up being 109. It was on sale. So it says it's originally 269, but 189. But I got it for 109. So But that's it right there.
Nice.
And what I like about it, like I said, is it's got the armrests that lift up. You can lift them
Right.
up. They're big, cushiony. Um, I don't really have anything against this chair except for the fact that the wheels work so well in my bowl-shaped room. I'm sliding away from my desk, so I'm gonna have to figure something out.
You gotta stay up on that mic, buddy. Stay
Yeah,
up
I
on that
gotta
mic.
get it. Yeah, otherwise I gotta pull it with me. you know.
Let's see. We bought the Deploy and other chair from Staples that was more expensive and had the memory foam. Our son got the Delex and I got the memory foam. Wish I would have gotten the Dexley for me
Dexley
as well. Yeah.
memory foam, huh?
Utlaya, you actually have a gold if you don't know it.
A what?
A gold? I don't know what are you talking about there, Crispy?
What you talking about, Willis? I
What you
think he's
talking about, homie?
saying. Is he saying it's a good chair?
I'm guessing.
Uh,
I mean, you did get a good price on it, to tell you the truth. You got a
Oh no,
great
I
price
did.
on it.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah.
109. It was marked down for some reason, but that's it right there. That's the chair.
Could be getting ready to bring in new models.
Maybe, yeah.
It is getting that time of year where they're going to want to start clearing out old inventory because Christmas time's coming.
So what's he? Oh, he's saying that his from Staples has a 7-year warranty. Yeah, this one's I forget what the warranty is, but I paid extra for like a $20 so I can replace it if anything goes wrong with it. They'll just give me a new chair.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, man. You want to lead us out on some confidence?
Oh, confidence. So we'll get into that. Doing this podcasting stuff, we talk a lot about getting camera shy or feeling like, it's just not good enough. And the truth is you're never going to be happy. Like you're going to be happy enough, but you're always going to be, what is going on with my internet?
I don't know, man.
Do I
I
look all
saw it.
right?
Yeah. You look fine.
It was froze for a minute there. Yeah, just the more you, I wanted to say, what did I say? Confidence with repetition. The more you
Mhm.
do these things, the more you start doing the podcasting, or more you start doing something, the more confident you'll get in it. At first, I know there's a lot of people that are still like questioning what their niche is. They don't know what to make videos about, and it's just make them do it over and over and over. I got to stop. What is?
It says I'm camera shy when I don't have my OnlyFans. The downward dog is pulled off perfectly. Only Crispy, man.
Yeah. What did he say? Got a whole new arm. Oh, he's talking about his chair. Okay, got it. Yeah. But anyway, that was kind of what I was getting at with the confidence thing, is that it will come. The more you do it, the more repetition, the better you get. The more confident you get.
And that's with life in general. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even the best baseball teams, they have to go practice. It's not like they start out being the best.
Yeah.
It's repetition, muscle memory. You
Yep.
get muscle memory doing podcasts as well. You're learning to look into the camera. You're learning to talk into the microphone. You're learning not to be all over the place. You're muscle memorying yourself to actually say words, even though sometimes words are hard, and I still have a hard time saying them. But you're learning body positioning, you're feeling comfortable, and the more you're on camera and the more you hear your own voice, because it took me a while to hear my own voice
To get
before I
used to
was
that, and
comfortable with it at all. I still hate my voice, but I'm
I
able to listen to it now.
and I'm not trying to sound whatever. I've never been uncomfortable with how I sound. Never been uncomfortable with that, but I've been uncomfortable with how I looked.
Mm,
Like how I acted or how I seemed. When I started doing all this stuff, I told you, like, I would try to like write stuff down and
mhm.
and say what I wrote down. I just couldn't. It was terrible. So now that I don't do that, everything just kind of flows because I'm speaking like I'm talking to somebody, not, you know what I mean? And I want to
Mhm.
touch on Mr. Crisper said the more repetition and also the fact of not doing it solo makes a big difference. Huge,
Yeah.
huge difference. Having Kevin to bounce off of, or whenever I'm on with Mike, two people, it's so much easier because you don't have those dead moments, those moments where you're thinking of something to say.
And those happen a lot, especially when you're doing reviews and you get hung up on something. I will freeze. I still freeze a lot when I'm doing my reviews, and I'll have to go back and either edit it out or reshoot the whole thing. But it's those things, it's those moments. And you're right, having someone here to where, like, if I do say something or I can ask a question like, Clay, what do you think about that? It's something just to keep going on, moving forward, able to bounce something off of each other. Because if you're doing it solo, it does take a little. It is way different.
It'll take a little bit
Way
longer.
different. Yeah,
I watch
definitely.
guys doing it solo that do it good, and I'm like, man, I don't know how they like. You ever watch any of Tom Buck's lives?
Yeah, yeah.
He just goes and goes, and I'm like, I don't know how like you know.
And I will say it is easier when there are people in chat to where you can bounce things off of
Yes,
them as well. And if you're doing a live, that is another thing I'd like to bring up. If you are doing a live, keep the chat engaged. Talk with the chat as well. You definitely want to keep them engaged as well. Make sure that whatever you're saying has meaning to them. Excuse
relatable.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, relatable. If they have a comment, make sure you check out their comment or highlight their comments. Whether you have 100 people watching or 2 people watching, every viewer is just as special to, at least to me, than the first viewer is just as special as the last viewer.
hmm Real quick, I'm gonna say hi. What's up, Steve-O? Steve-O just jumped
Steve-O.
in, and then touch on Joe saying it seems responding to live chat helps a lot with the flow. If you notice, whenever I make a post that we're going to be going live, a lot of times I say something about that. I'll say, jump in the chat. The comments fuel the show. Without a group of guys or people, I should say, in the chat having comments, there would be no show. As far as I'm concerned, we can say our couple of talking points, but then that's it. It'll kind of run dry. If we don't
Hmm.
have people bouncing back and giving us feedback, it just kind of so
Which is fine. I mean, that's fine as well. I mean, sometimes you're not going to get the views. Sometimes you're not going to get the
right.
people in chat. And that comes with it too. Do not be disappointed if you have no one watching at first. You will eventually grow. You'll eventually grow your audience. And especially if your content is good and you know what you're talking about, people are going to come and view you because they're interested in what you're saying.
Yep, yep. And I think something's wrong with the thing because it said 0 earlier when there was people commenting,
There probably is.
and now
It's
it says
fine.
3, and I know there's more than 3. So
I don't know. You could have people coming in and out. I don't know.
possibly, yeah,
Yeah.
very possible.
That's perfectly fine. I'm not worried about the counter up there at all. I'm
No,
more worried about, the quality of what we're doing here.
then the other
It's
the other thing is a lot of this falls into I've been talking a lot about know your Joe. He's trying to decide on a niche, and that's you've got that 3 circle thing that Mike showed you,
hmm
and between that and like what I was saying, just make your content whatever ideas you have, do it. Um, you're going to be scattered at first, but you're gonna slowly start to narrow down to what you're gonna see who's watching what's getting views, what's not getting views, and that's gonna steer you towards, you know what I mean, your niche. And that's the other thing that I wanted to talk about was honing in on your niche.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you, but my channel has went through some different iterations of what it is. Like I first started out doing unboxings, and then I started doing I still do the movie reviews, and now I'm getting into tech reviews. And I was doing tech reviews, and now I'm doing tech customizations, which I'm really enjoying that. So and
Mm-hmm.
I really don't care if anybody watches that. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, you're enjoying making the content.
I am.
But there's
It's really
somebody
fun to
that
me.
is wanting to watch it. Somebody's out there wanting to watch it.
I mean, when I did this microphone here, this was the first one I did. And I think this turned out amazing. And I was very nervous about filming myself because I did not know if me filming, because I honestly, I've never filmed myself doing something like this. I've always been right in front of the camera, um, not walking around. And I finally got some cameras where I was able to, move to a different area to where I was able to do this. And I was nervous about it because I've never done something like that before. But I pushed through, and I think this turned out great.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yep. And then watching the process is interesting to me.
Yeah, because I think not one way is the right way to do it. I was making stuff up as I was going, and it
Yeah.
seemed to work out.
Yeah.
I had a general idea what I wanted to do, and like I said, I was making stuff up as I was going, and it worked out.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I was like leaning towards with the niche thing, with helping with Know Your Joe, is that you just kind of got to wing it. Start making
Mhm.
stuff. Whatever you're interested in, guaranteed there's somebody else out there interested in it. So even if that's 4 things or 5 things or 3 things, do it. Make that content, and you'll start to you're either going to hone in on what everybody wants to watch, or you're going to hone in on what you want to do the most.
Exactly. Content is like kink. You're not the only one with that kink. I'm just saying.
Right. No, that's exactly it. I'm always talking about Alan Watts, and that's what he talked about, that there is somebody out there for everything, and for everything there
Mhm.
is somebody out there. And it's just that's what I go on.
Yeah, and we're kind of hoping to find people who are trying to get into podcasting and who want to learn how to get into something, and that's
Mhm.
where we're focusing our effort in right here with this show.
Yes.
All
Yep.
right, I think that's really all we got on chairs, confidence, and stuff. Now it's time for questions, right?
Yeah, that's all we got. Now we just gotta kinda wait around
Hang
for
out.
the peanut gallery here.
So I meant to ask you this before we went live. So I'm going to ask you now. Do you have any content coming up?
I do. I do. I've been very sick, I
Yes.
guess to
Yes, you
call it.
have.
And it's only been the last like 2 days that I've even considered thinking about anything. Like I didn't even know if I was gonna make it to this live tonight.
Ooh.
Um it has been a wreck, man. It's almost 3 weeks with this issue that I've been having. And it's kind of seeming like they're pointing towards food allergies is what might be doing it.
Hmm.
So
You got to find out what's doing it, then what your allergy is, and I want
well,
to touch on the comment real quick.
go ahead.
Crispers, yes, we did do episode on webcams.
Yep.
That was probably episode 2, maybe 3.
2 or 3.
Oh, 2
I'm
or 3.
reading Joe's thing. How far in advance do y'all make content before posting date? Um,
That depends. It depends on what we're doing.
you're better at this than me.
Okay.
I'm like real willy-nilly, just, I get an idea, I film it, I edit it, I put it up. That's it.
For me, I have a schedule that I've set myself on.
Mhm.
Not everybody needs to make a schedule. For me, this is what works for me. I want to make. I have my movie reviews that I do that come out every Wednesday, and I am 6 weeks ahead on those. I am 6 weeks ahead on those right now. I have my tech reviews that I am not ahead at all. I finished it earlier this weekend. I posted mine today. I set it to go live this morning. So it depends on what I'm doing. Certain content can be in the bank if you want it to be. Others, you need to get it out because it's not as evergreen depending on what your content is. Like my movie reviews, they're retro movies, so they're like from the 70s. If you haven't seen the
Right.
movie, then you're just another week or two is not going to bother you. If you're doing like if I was doing current movie reviews, I would want that out almost once I finish editing it. Record,
Right.
edit, post it. Because you want to be one of the first ones out with that.
Yeah, but that's how he works. He works well that way. Um, I'm considering trying it, but it's always worked better for me that when I get an idea, as soon as I can do it, I film it, I edit it, and then I post it. So
I think it's good to not be too ahead of tech reviews because as you're talking about something being cheap by the time you post it, that is true. That can happen as well. That's why a lot of times when I do my edits, I'm usually done by Tuesday and then they come out on Thursdays, maybe Wednesday. But when I edit in the price, I always add in at the time of recording to the price. You always want to CYA yourself on stuff like that. And bless you, dude.
thanks.
Bless you.
Yeah. See, with the stuff that I do reviews, but I only
Mhm.
do them when I can afford to buy something because I don't have anybody sending me stuff. Yeah, well, I do now. I shouldn't say that. And that one came right when I was during the worst part of when I was sick, and I just haven't even gotten back to it yet. But I'll get on that probably in the next week or so. Um, but yeah, for the most part, that's typically when I'm doing a review is when I've purchased something. So it's not I do it right away, especially if something's on sale. Like I did my Vocaster, and which those are back on sale again.
Ooh,
Yeah,
both of them?
even the Vocaster 2 is back down at $99.
Oh,
The
guys,
Vocaster 1 is $49.
if you want to get a good deal, definitely get the Vocaster right now while it's on sale because the 2 usually goes back up to 230 and the 1 goes up to 200.
I'll look it
Uh,
up right now.
yeah.
It's so the Vocaster 2 right now is down at $99, but it doesn't even say what the normal price is.
Hmm.
It just makes it look like that's the normal price. And then let's see, Vocaster 1.
While you're looking that up, I want to get to Joe's question. Are
Go
y'all's
ahead.
goals to do content creation part-time, full-time income, or just recreation? I would start out just doing it for recreation until you get a good flow and stuff like that. Then maybe start building up to where you can do it for income.
Right.
I haven't reached that point yet. I probably could if I would have if I could get on the Amazon what is it that the
Affiliate.
Amazon affiliate program, especially with some of the products that I've reviewed. I could add my code in there and I'd get a commission off of that. Um, there's only one company that I have an affiliate with, and it's 5 core. If you're wanting a 5 core mic, highly suggest the retro one. By the way,
So just looking real quick. The
hmm
Vocaster 1 is $49. That's what I just paid because I bought one of those when my Vocaster 2 stopped working properly. And then today, I just, for the hell of it, plugged in my Vocaster 2 and it's now working properly again. So, but I mean, if anybody's interested in this, Vocaster 2 with a Vocaster, what is it? Let me just look real quick. So it's got the Vocaster DM14V dynamic microphone, the HP60V headphones, a XLR cable and the Vocaster 2 for $179.
That's not a bad deal.
That's headphones, microphone, XLR cable. That's everything you need except a camera.
And
And
that's a good deal. And you can pick up a good camera for about $100.
Yeah, and if you're just wanting to do audio only podcast, then you don't even need that.
Yep.
So $179, as long as you got a computer, you're rocking and rolling.
I would do some research on the microphone for those because I remember seeing, I think, at least 1 or 2 reviews on those, and they weren't that great.
They were horrible.
Yeah, I would definitely do some research on those microphones before you bought the combo pack.
I
And I
would,
would,
yeah, I wouldn't
I
use it
would
anyway.
probably just, I would probably just get a Vocaster and a Fine or Fiduce microphone.
Especially if you're only doing just yourself. Get the Vocaster 1 for $49. You cannot go wrong. It's such a good device.
Well, can't wait to see what content you have coming out. I'm going to plug mine while we're doing it because, we're here. Guys, go check out my customization of the Fiduce. I customized it.
I watched it today.
I thought it was pretty cool.
I actually watched it like an hour before we went on.
I don't know if you could tell. I didn't do much to it. I didn't change it drastically, but the body, I made it into like a gunmetal, almost chrome, to where it has reflective on it, like now, to where, like, if I put this on there, you can see the blue Batman guy. Now it's a little bit reflective, a little bit gunmetal. I like it.
So I got to go back and answer Joe's question. My goal for all of this YouTube podcasting stuff initially is to have fun because I just enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of how it sounds just talking into a mic and using nice headphones, and so that's why I create content, because I like doing that. And secondly, yes, at some point I would like to through some sort of means, whether it's ad revenue, whatever it is, I would like to have some sort of income with it. But
yeah, and that's with anything you do, really. Like, even if you're like, eventually you want to start making money doing it, but I don't want it to be a job. You know what I mean? I
then
still
you might learn to hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I might learn to hate it, and I really enjoy doing what I'm doing. I've met so many fun people doing this live. I've met them in person. I've met them through the internet as well. Like Mr. Crispers, I met him through the Mod Squad doing that show. So, Know Your Joe, I've met you through doing with Clay, because I met Clay because he was doing content creation. So, and it's I will say this, the content creation space, everybody is so supportive. Everybody I've talked to, at least, has been super supportive. It's a positive group of people. It's just a joy to be around.
That's one of my favorite things about it, is just how supportive everybody is of each other.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's cool, because when you get an idea and you do it and you film it, or you make your space and you do your thing, and then somebody out there gives you that affirmation that you're doing it right, that they like it, that they like your sound, they like your whatever, you're just like, yeah, it just, I like that.
And I'm not gonna lie, the coolest thing that's ever happened to me from doing something like this was, I was at a convention. I was at a Comic-Con. And I had my Back to the Retro Review shirt on, and I went up to an art booth and was looking through the art, and the artist kind of looked at my shirt and he goes, you do movie reviews, right?" I'm like, yeah. He goes, "I think I've seen your channel." And I was like, dude,
that
that's
lit up your day.
Oh, it did, man. Just a complete stranger basically said that he watched my channel, and that will never get old. I doubt. I don't care how many subscribers I end up getting at some point. I don't care if I surpass Tom Buck.
It's a good
all of the
talking
Bark and all those.
what's it? Conversation piece.
Yeah. It's one of those things. It just lit up my whole afternoon. I talked about it for days after. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll have people. So like my wife does cakes and like all kinds of like cake, mostly cakes, but she like pastries and stuff too. But she
Mhm.
sells stuff out of the house on a cottage license, and people will come over sometimes, like a husband and a wife, whether they're doing a cake tasting for a wedding or picking up something for a birthday party. And a lot of them are people she knows because they've been buying cakes from her for, umpteen years. Their husbands, this has happened to me twice. They'll be standing in there and they're like, "Hey, you do like podcasting and stuff on YouTube, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And like, "Oh, I've seen you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then next thing you know, we're talking about, they're like, "I want to do that, and how did you get into it? And how did you do this?" And then I start telling him, them, I don't know. It's just cool. I like teaching people. I like learning.
I do too. I really like talking about podcasting and especially budget podcasting because A, I can't afford the big stuff and I can't talk on it because I've never used the expensive stuff.
Right.
So that's why I stick in my realm, stay in my lane, and talk about budget podcasting. People want to start, and I've had an hour or two conversation about starting it with a complete stranger because they asked me and they were interested too.
Because they're, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep talking if they're not interested. I can read the room, but
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
But it's nice. It's nice when somebody picks your brain about it, and then you're like,
Mhm,
"Oh, yeah, this and this." I started getting that gratification when I first, um was back before I even met you or Mike. I was wanting to get into it. I started getting into it with my friend Eric Boneyard,
mhm.
and I purchased Riverside as my streaming software, you know, and it was real quirky, man. It was professional. It was, I would say it was more professional than anything I've used so far, EV Mux included. It was really top notch, but it was quirky, like technical issues up the wazoo, man. And I had to figure out so many things that were wrong or that were messed up with it. I started making videos about how I was fixing those things, and I was posting them on Facebook groups for Riverside. And dude, I was just getting like these good responses, people being like, "Man, thanks, man. I'm so glad you did that. This and this and this. You made that." And I'm like, "This is what I need to do. I need to start making videos."
Yeah.
So that's what I did. That's where the Chronicles came in, and yeah.
Know Your Joe says, "By the way, you guys are great. I
Oh,
appreciate that."
thanks, Joe.
You know,
I'm just reading what he wrote. How he's like, he paid $99 for the Vocaster, $29 for the dude. He made out like a bandit.
no kidding,
He
man.
got all set up like cheap.
Yeah, so that's $130, and then say you spend okay, let's say you go a little cheaper and you get the e-meat at 130, so you're at 260 for a complete
For a
setup
interface, microphone, and
and a
a
webcam.
webcam.
Mm, dude,
Yeah,
that's perfect.
no, that's great. And OBS is what I use to output everything into
Mhm.
EV Mux, and it costs me that much,
0.
nothing. Um, there's no fees, there's no nothing, so it works well. What is Stevo?
No, just a regular XLR cable.
Yeah,
That's all you need for the Tank 3.
yep, regular XLR cable. If you want, Steve, I'll shoot you a link if you want, but you don't need nothing fancy. I mean, I've got all the I bought two from CableWorks at one point. I've got one remaining here, and I sent one up to my friend Eric. And then I did buy a Rode one, and this one is the best so far. Like, it doesn't have any like weird feedback noises or anything like that. It fits all my mics and my interfaces well, but they're like they're like $30.
Yeah, I've got
You don't got to pay
cheaper
30.
XLR cables. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't got to pay $30.
No. And I will say, if you get the Tank 3, depending on what type of boom arm you get or the way you're set up, I suggest a 90-degree a 90-degree adapter, which is what here let me do this to where you can see it. What I have on here.
Oh, for your plug, yeah.
Yeah, a
I forgot
90-degree
about that.
adapter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you're not constantly, so you're not shooting. I'm not shooting directly out. It's going down. I think it's a neater look for my setup. I like the way Clay has his though, because he has his mic coming straight at him,
Yes.
and it's a nice look. It all depends on your setup, but I just wanted to make you aware that they do have something like this, to where and they work great. So it's always a plus for me.
Yeah.
Any type of accessory, I love accessories. I'm not gonna lie, I love a good accessory.
Especially if they're cheap and good.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're doing something like we're doing, like having a quick release, oh, that's a lifesaver as well.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, that's what
Got the
I've got the Gator Frameworks quick release.
mhm.
What I like about it is it extends it a little bit, so it gets it a little makes my boom arm a little longer. And once I get the other pieces, I can put them all on all my mics and literally just pop them on, pop them off. I don't gotta screw nothing.
Look at that. He got another deal. He got the tiny for 159.
So he said he got the Tiny 2 um TO. Did he mean number 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was tiny too. Let me
Because I
actually
just picked up the Tiny 2 Lite and it was more than that. It was like
yeah.
179.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying. I know the
he's
tiny too. The
yeah,
light was 179.
he's hitting home runs like
Dude,
nonstop.
hey, that's what Prime Deal is all about, right there, brother. That is
Yeah.
definitely what Prime Day is all about.
Okay, so no, he did that Tiny 2 Lite. Oh,
Yeah,
that's good, man. I paid
still 20 bucks
179. I
off.
didn't even know it was on sale. Maybe it was on sale when he bought it, but it
Yeah,
wasn't when I got it. What's up, Eric? How you doing? He says good morning. Good morning, guys.
what's up, man? They had a coupon for Prime Day deal.
Oh,
There
there
you
you
go.
go.
That's what it was. I've actually thought about getting that webcam as well, but I'm like,
So you can do a
you know,
comparison.
yeah, so I can do a comparison, but then I'm spending almost $200 for another webcam. Then I got like
But you got
two right here,
that looks fine, man. That looks great.
especially for what I do. Like
Hmm.
the only time I'm ever full size on camera is when I'm doing my reviews.
I'm jealous because I had to buy mine.
Yeah, and again, I got that one for free.
Yeah. That's the best
But
one, man.
I did pay for this one, which the E-Meet to me blows the Elgato 2 out the water.
But even that was not a bad camera.
No, it's not a bad camera at
No.
all. No. No, I just don't think it compares to the E-Meet as far as like there's so much video
Aw.
noise in that thing.
Mr. Crisper says you look angelic.
Oh, thank you.
It's the beard. It's
It
the
is.
heavenly beard.
It is. Let's see. I
Yeah.
got the tiny 2 light in the last 5 minutes of wow. Slid right in there, dude. Slid right in there.
Oh wow. Yeah, see, that's nice. But I mean, what I paid isn't bad either. So, well, 159 is better. It's definitely
No.
better.
And I'm telling you, man, webcams are going to catch up to mirrorless cameras real quick.
Yeah.
Real
Well,
quick.
as long as I'm somewhat content with the one that I just picked up, that's probably what I'm going to stay with for a long time.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to stay
Because
with this one for a while.
I have no desire to spend tons of money on a mirrorless camera.
Oh,
Not
me neither.
not
Me
when I
neither.
can use my phone or a decent webcam and get just what I want.
And there's so many different variables when you get a mirrorless camera. You don't just need the camera. You need the lens. You got
Right.
to
You
run.
want
I don't know if
24, 16, you want like a wide aperture.
Do they look great? Absolutely. But so does
Yeah.
this. It looks great in a different way.
If I already had that, if I already had a nice camera with good lenses, then sure, I would use that. But
Yeah.
I don't, and I can't justify it. If I made more money doing this, yeah, maybe I'd get a nice camera. But for now, no.
They do. I think they do have. I don't know if they have the same sensor, but they have a really good sensor in both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, I will say the tiny light is better, especially their software is better than eMeet. Even though I do love my eMeet, I think the ObsBot,
The app
yeah,
is really cool.
the ObsBot is a
Yeah.
little bit better as far when it comes to software.
Steve-O says he's looking at the eMeet S800. So if that's what you're looking at, Steve, take a good look at Kevin because that's what he's using.
That's exactly what I'm using. I'm using the S800 right now, and it's great. The software is pretty good, so yeah.
Eric said it's got Sony's guts.
Yeah,
There
it
you go.
does have the Sony, I think Sony Starvis sensor in it.
Starvis. That's what happens when I don't go to work. Starvist.
Yeah, I don't know much about. I don't know. Definitely not an expert on camera sensors and stuff like that. I know what looks good, and to me, this looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And
And it's got
like,
really good autofocus. See, look,
yeah,
his is better than mine. And this is my phone, which should do really, really well. And it doesn't.
yeah.
He's
This
got
is one
the.
of the things I really like about it is the autofocus. Sometimes it works.
Now it's not doing it. Oh, there it
Yeah,
goes. Why is it not? Why did it not do it?
because it's AI autofocus. It learns what you're doing. Like if you notice the first time it didn't work, but now like it took a second. But
Mm-hmm.
when I bring it back in here, it'll do it quick. It should anyway. But
No,
it
Joe. He's like, I don't like Starbucks. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to. That's what happens.
yeah, there you have it, guys. That's really it.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
have
pretty much
any
it.
questions? Any questions for us before we get up out of here? Any
Speak now or
whatsoever?
forever hold your peace. We are just about done.
Thank you very much, Miss K. I appreciate the support very much.
Hey,
So,
I
did I
like
say
Miss K.
Mister?
She's cool.
Did I say Mister? Mrs. K.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
what.
if I said. I don't know what I said.
I think you said Miss K.
I'm just saying words at this
I
point.
think you're good. Yeah. Sorry, we're gonna be going soon. Miss K just jumped in, Eric, but we're just about done. We're about
But see,
two and
that's
a
it,
half minutes away.
Joe. The sensor is so good. I don't really have to do that. Like I didn't block my face.
Yeah, it takes a
It,
second, but it'll
it
do it.
takes. Yeah.
And it does it good, man. Like it's really focused and good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And see how it's doing it quicker because it's learning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now it's going like so it uses AI. Does the Tiny 2 Lite do that?
I think
I mean,
so.
it does, but is it AI? I don't remember.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it
Mm.
is. And what I like about this is that I've never had a camera blur my background as much as this one does to give me a very slight mirrorless camera look.
Mm-hmm. You get some
Like,
bokeh going on.
yeah, it's not a lot, but it does blur it a little bit, which I like.
Steve's like, no, I like it more. Wow, I like it more. Yeah, it's a good camera. I mean,
Yeah.
what's the price?
139 right now
That's what I thought.
on their website. If you use my code BTTRR, I think you get like 10% off. That's BTTRR for Back to the Retro Review.
eMeet, yeah, 134.
134.
134. That's a good price.
What's up, Anthony Lewis? How's it going? Let's see. Like I said, any questions for us whatsoever, because we are coming up to the end.
I believe the
Yeah,
Tiny 2 Lite does use the AI for assist with focusing.
yeah,
Okay.
because the AI autofocus assist is what it uses. It uses AI auto tracking as well.
Yeah.
So I would imagine it does it for the autofocus as well.
So they're Answers the question. 134 for an image that nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong.
Uh,
That's budget.
Yeah, especially if you're in a smaller box. Now, like I said, when I get a little bit, you mind if I make myself full screen
No,
real
I don't care.
quick?
Go ahead.
When you do get full screen, well, even though I think that looks pretty decent, when you do get full screen, it does. I don't know, man. That looks good.
That doesn't look that bad. I know what you're saying. Like it'll start
Yeah,
pixelating,
yeah.
but
It'll
it's not that bad.
pixelate
Like
a
I can
little.
see the like sparkles in your
Y-
eyes
Yeah.
from the
Well,
lights
that's
ahead in front of you.
yeah. But you get a little video noise. I got a little camera or a little flutter with my light right there. There's a little bit of video noise, not a lot. I still think that looks good though.
Doesn't look bad.
I still think that looks good. Shit. Yeah. I was just talking crap just to be talking crap at that point.
So what the S800 has a privacy screen built in? Yeah, it's got like a
Yeah.
little shutter thing.
Oh, and I love that so much
Yours is better
because
than the one that I have. Where'd it go?
this is the Elgato. You have to reach in and kind of grab this little lip and pull it back, and you can still touch the lens
Mm-hmm.
doing that. With this one, you twist the edges
See, that's
and it
better.
opens and
Yeah.
closes. Yeah.
This one this is the Anchor Power Conference 200. It was cheap, $50. It's not bad. It's just not as good as I wanted it to be, but it has a slide and then it closes. You see it?
Oh yeah.
That's open and that's closed.
That's kind of similar to what this is. It's not a slide it, you just spin it though, but you're not coming anywhere near that lens.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a question. Know your Joe. Out of curiosity, why do y'all stream on Thursday evening? He likes it. He's just wondering why we choose it. Well, it fits our schedule.
So initially, so you've got things that he's got things that he does on what, Wednesdays?
Yeah, Wednesdays
Um,
and Tuesdays.
and Tuesdays. I initially was doing something with Mike Newman from Level Up every Friday. Me and him have dialed back a little bit, and we're doing every other week. We just started my live last week for the Chronicles channel, and we're gonna do so now. Not this Friday, not tomorrow, but next Friday. Me and Michael go on doing Level Up or
I,
on the level.
I like that.
Yep. And then 2 weeks from then, me and him will go on and do Chronicles. And on that one, I'm hoping to get Boneyard on the show with me.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It just depends on if he's home. I'm hoping it'll work out because I'd really like to have him on. He's funny, man. I want to get him talking. There's a subject that he mentioned to me a couple weeks ago for us to do a show on, and I wanna do that.
That's very cool. Eventually, we can start bringing people on this one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't
If
care.
you want,
We
yeah.
can do it whenever.
Let's
The
see.
more the merrier.
And like I said, that's why we don't do it on Fridays, is because you and Mike had yours. We started this one. I didn't want to do it on Monday. Honestly, I didn't want to do it on Mondays because I like watching wrestling. So
Yeah, yeah.
and we do it at 9 because Clay, when he was doing his with Mike, you were kind of struggling to get there, get all set up before you went live at 8.
8, which we still
At
do
8.
8. But yeah, for a little while it was getting tough on Fridays because,
That's the busiest
excuse
day
me,
too.
well, Fridays. So I work 30 miles north of my house. My daughter lives with her mom and me, like split,
Mm-hmm.
So when she's at her mom's, she's about 30 miles south of my house. So when I leave work, it's an hour drive to go get her.
Oh,
And a lot
geez.
of times I wasn't leaving work till 5 o'clock, which that's never going to happen anymore. I was leaving at 5. No, I mean, we changed our hour thing to where we leave at 4 o'clock no matter what. But there was days I was leaving there at 4 or 5:30. I wouldn't get down to pick her up till 6:30 and then back home by 7. And I barely had enough time to get something to eat, get cleaned up and then come up, and it's like, ugh.
which was fine because you had nothing else to do that night,
No,
which is still
yeah.
fine. But we did it a little later because I didn't want Clay to struggle, and I'm always here, so I could do it anytime. I could do it freaking at midnight if I wanted to, but it's more or less. I wanted him to be comfortable, have time to relax and stuff too.
You know what's
So
funny? Every Thursday, I start panicking like I got to get ready by 8, and then I go, "Oh, we're not doing it until 9." So Eric said he's ready. All
there you
right.
go.
Well, it won't be not this Friday, um, not next Friday, but 2 weeks from then.
Let's see. I am a guest playing video games on another channel that streams on Wednesday and Sunday evening. No camera people, just hear me and see some of my character actions on occasion.
That's
That's
cool.
good for streaming too. It really is.
Yeah.
And you still, I would say, they hear you, so you would still need a good mic. May not
Which
need a webcam or
he's
anything, but
got a one of the best mics and one of the best interview.
K669T.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of jealous. I'm kind of jealous that you got it for 29. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Doing this one really makes me want to grab a couple more
Make different
and
colors.
make different colors and sell them. Like,
Dude, if you chrome dipped one of those, that would look so good. And I mean like
dude.
professionally get it chrome dipped.
Well, yeah,
That would
but
look
then I'm
cool.
adding cost to it, so
Yeah, but it would just be cool.
it would be cool. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought about painting it white and doing the same thing like I did here,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing how that would turn out. See how chrome it would look
So
doing that.
Mr. Crisper said hydro dip, and that I don't know how to do it, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to hydro dip it to make it like a gloss black with skulls on it.
Oh, that'd be dope.
That's what I want to do, but I don't know how to do that stuff.
There's videos on it. And I think all you really need is the paper and the hydro dip pattern, water, and you just put it in and twist it. And
That's it. And then
yeah, I think so.
what would you clear coat it afterwards?
Oh yeah, I would definitely clear cut
Yeah.
it after. Yeah.
Pull
Let's
the innards
see.
out. Yeah, you can. So on this mic, you can
Mhm.
take just about everything out, right?
Yeah, I didn't. I I unscrewed the top here because the top head comes off. This whole
Mm-hmm.
portion right here comes up, and all I did was painter tape the capsule, and then I left this piece on, and I just had like plastic covering it to where it made it a handle to where I can hold it and paint it.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy.
Yep. Yeah. Joe said that it would be sick, and that's what I would like to do is chrome dip one and then do the grill purple.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about chrome, doing it chrome, but leaving it black, leaving the grill black.
You could, yeah, black or like a gray would look cool. But
Kind of like the
yeah, yep,
tank.
yep. Give it that gunmetal look.
Yeah, could do that too.
So we need what? Oh, you need water, dissolving spray, a design which is easy to find. Yeah, so you can just look up. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to consider doing it.
Yeah, hey, it's cheap enough to where the only problem with hydro dipping is, like I said, you'd have to take out the full innards, and I
Yeah,
haven't done that
I
yet.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm sure you can. I'm sure it's just a couple screws.
I would think
I'm
so.
pretty sure. Yeah. All right, guys. I do think that we're going to go ahead and end this real quick.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for jumping in the chat. We appreciate
Yep.
it. Like I always say, we have half a show without you. You know what I mean?
That is true. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. To tell you the truth.
Eric can hydro dip. All right. Well, then
There
we
you
got a
go.
project.
There you go. Send him your microphone and let him
Yeah.
hydro dip it. There you go.
All right, guys.
All right.
We are gonna close up
Yep. All right,
shop.
guys. Thank you for watching, and remember, if we don't see you again, thank you for being a friend.
So good night.
Hit the button.